What's new, crew? If you're new, my name is Cassandra. Today we are starting some seeds. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done today. I'm fitting it in my baby's nap time, so we're going to start whatever we can start today and just kind of continue on over the next couple days until the job is done. What I have today is I ordered some Vermont Compost via Amazon. I can link it down below for you. It's the first year I'm using it. It's come very highly recommended from a lot of people, so I finally bit the bullet and did the investment. I think it was like $50 for the bag, so it was pretty pricey. That being said, I'm not having the kids start any of their flowers in the Vermont Compost. I'm just gonna get some regular potting mix for the kids to start their flowers in, because that's quite an investment for some zinnias. But I was also able to bite the bullet and do that this year because I'm doing all my planting in milk jugs. Last year was the first year I did this. It worked really well, so I figured if it's not broke, don't fix it. We're starting all of our seeds in milk jugs that I have hoarded over the last year. I think I have like 20 of them. We just cut them open yesterday. Me and my oldest did that, and it actually didn't take that long. I think it took like 5 minutes between the two of us to cut open all the milk jugs. And my seed order this year was also pretty minimal. I can link down below my seed haul if you want to see everything that I ordered. But I want to focus on Villa Romas, Homestead tomatoes, and midnight plums. So how these work is we just cut them open. I tried to leave as much space on the bottom as I could, cutting them like right under the handle of the milk jug. But my oldest helped me, and she said some of them got a little shallower. Like this is a little bit more shallow one. It's really not that big of a deal. These are starts, and I don't transplant, or I don't like up pot my starts. I actually try very hard to avoid that because I think it's just more work, which is why I wait so late in the year to start mine. I've gotten kind of that rush to start seeds too early in the seasons, and then I'm up potting and up potting, and it's just a pain. It's way more work than I need. It gets more expensive because you're using way more soil and things. It's just, I tend to wait. My last frost date's pretty late in the year. We're in zone 4B, so I wait. I think like right now I have 5 weeks left until my last frost date, so this is kind of like, I'll start my seeds now very casually, because if I get a little bit of a colder year, my last frost date can go a little bit later than that. And I've had that in the past where I put my stuff out at my last frost date, but we can get those weird last cold fronts in like early to mid-June, and all my stuff dies anyways. So I try to just not get caught up in the rush to start things too early in the season. How we're going to do this is actually pretty simple. You'll see people online put their compost or their soil mix into like a big bin. They wet it down, they mix it up. I'm not doing that one because I'm doing it indoors. I really wanted to do this outside. It's just our forecast is nothing but rain for like the next week. I'm just not gonna have time to get outside to do it. There's not gonna be a break in the weather, essentially. And if I do get a break in the weather, I'm not gonna want to do it starting seeds. I'm gonna want to go out and like prep raised beds and things. So we're gonna do it now in the rain inside. I'm just gonna take a scoop. I'm gonna scoop out my compost right out of the bag, put it into my jugs, and then I have a pitcher of water here. We'll wet our soil down when it's in the jugs, and it's just going to work better that way, I think.
Yeah, I like it.
If you remember, this is the exact same process we ended up doing last year. Same thing, right in the kitchen, up at the island. Sometimes you just gotta work with what you got, the weather you got, the materials you have, all of the things. So I'm gonna wet it down, fluff it up with a fork, and then I need to get a marker so I can label each of these jugs with what they are. We're doing the Midnight Romas in this one, and I think it's only 10 seeds in here, so I don't have to worry about things getting crazy. Last year I over planted some of my jugs. I had too many starts in my jugs, so this year I'm going to try to learn from that mistake. Would you like to help? Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to put soil in jugs, but try to be careful and keep the soil in the actual jug. One other thing I remember from last year is I did label all of these, but once I started hardening them off outside, some of my labels right on the jugs here started to fade away. It wasn't because of the sun, it was because they got rained on. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I can open these, Cleo, don't do that.
What?
That way if they do get rained on, hopefully they'll be good. So here is our first start of the season. And then what you can do is you can duct tape these, and then they just act as like a greenhouse effect. Place these in your windowsills. I've seen some people put them outside. Do what works best for you. Last year I put mine under grow lights and they grew beautifully. They were the best starts I've ever grown. So you can tape them. I didn't do that last year. I just closed them like this and didn't have any issues. I'm sure I'll get questions, top or no top. I don't think it matters. Most of mine don't have tops. Some of mine do. I don't think it really matters. Do with what you will, but here's our first start. And most important, our midnight roll. We're making great progress. I think we're on our 13th jug here. So we're on our 11th jug, I'm corrected. Got a lot of tomatoes started, some cucumbers started, and now we got all the important tomatoes started. Now we're moving on to some fun ones. We're making pretty good time, so I think this is pretty good. And we've only filled a little bit on the floor so far. We're working on these ones right now. I'm super excited about these. Hopefully they grow well, because if they do, I'm really excited. I got these ones because they're supposed to be really disease resistant and easy to prune. So we'll see how these goes. And they just look really pretty too. So I'm super excited about these ones. This is a new one for us. We're on our last 2 milk jugs. I saw downstairs in the storage shelf last night too that there's like 2 or 3 more milk jugs that I just missed. I can bring those up as well. I have a couple more things I wanted to start. I think I have 2 different types of pumpkins I didn't get to, and 1 type of tomato I didn't get to. I don't know. So I should have enough milk jugs to go around. I think I also didn't start any of my herbs. I also have pots and things that I can go out in the garage and go get, and these pumpkins for now for 2 reasons. 1, I can direct sow these and it's not going to be an issue. Number 2 is I can start these a little bit later and these are just for fun. These aren't for eating. We don't eat pumpkins. Like I might make like 1 pumpkin pie out of it. Other than that, these are just for the kids to like paint and carve, and then they go to the chickens. So I'm not super worried about these. I'll wait. Those can be delayed an extra couple of days, and I am going to do, these are the ones that I missed. These are the big rainbows. We grew these last year. I remember these ones being a little bit more, I had to prune these a lot last year, I feel like. But yeah, so these are the last ones I'm going to do today, and then I'm going to clean up. I didn't do any of my herbs that I wanted to, like these. I think I'm going to go look around in the shop and figure out if I have something to start these in, whether they be pots or old plastic starts that I saved from when I buy my starts from the Amish, and I can start these in those. Or next time I go to town, I will just stop and pick up like a thing of plastic cups, and I'll start these in like red Solo cups or something, because they're just herbs and they'll be pretty easy.
Mom,
Good job, Cleo. Thank you. That being said, we are done for the day. In just under an hour, me and some of the kids filled all like 18-20 milk jugs. Like I said, I do have a couple more downstairs. I'll probably end up pulling those up and finishing those off. And for reference, to fill all of these jugs, we went through, I'd say just around half of that bag of Vermont Compost, which could help you decide how many bags you're gonna need because I only ordered one. So that makes me feel good. I also have some seeds here that I soaked. These are morning glories that the kids wanted, and I soaked them. I meant to start my seeds yesterday, but we had a impromptu like homeschool play date after class yesterday, and they're starting to sprout. So I need to get these in the ground or in some soil. So I'm gonna do that, and then that's the last thing I'm going to do today, just because these need to go in. So I guess the morning glories are going to go in the Vermont compost. And to be quite honest, once I might not get another bag of cheap compost or cheap soil starting, just because these are the only things I'm starting. The only thing I have left are my herbs and my flowers. So I might as well just use up the rest of the bag of the compost. I just didn't want to start flowers prior to having all of my other stuff started, because all of my brassicas and stuff I get from the Amish. I don't start them. It's just too much, and I know where to draw the line. So I'll purchase them from somebody else. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and starting some things. We're probably gonna have a part 2 for all of our herbs and all of our flowers. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see that, and I will catch you guys in another video. Bye.